I feel like through the energy of this reading, a lot of your divine masculines want you to know that if they have gone silent or if they have ghosted, and many of you are just like, what the heck just happened? It might have been the way that you were carrying yourself in conversation, divine feminine, very sure of yourself, very confident, very well-spoken, articulate, and it kind of makes them freeze up because they feel the pressure of having to be the same, but they feel very vulnerable when it comes to being forward about how they feel. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Twintuitive 717 back with another video. I hope you guys are doing incredibly well. Happy holidays. I hope you guys are enjoying. I'm on to do a reading, and it's going to be a romantic reading because I have been receiving a lot of positive messages from a lot of you over on Patreon. Many of you have been emailing me about a lot of beautiful changes that are occurring in your journey. And one of the major things I'm seeing in the community is that a lot of you are feeling your connection resurface again with your counterpart. Okay. And it's feeling like you guys are feeling more energized again. I'm sensing that the last few months have been very exhausting. I think maybe most of this year has been very uncertain in regards to your twin flame connection or what this may mean. A lot of you have practiced embodying that Queen of Swords energy and letting go of the current cycles that you were in. And I think that a lot of you came up against the thought of like, if I walk away, does this mean I'm walking away for good? And you were getting intuitive messages about it's never the end. Like once you're on a journey with your twin flame, it's like till the very end. Okay. And that's why you constantly feel them, whether you're in separation or not. So I'm seeing that many divine feminines actually took the risk. You know, a lot of you really did something different for the cycles that you were going through. And that's what needed to happen, is that you had to find the courage within you to let go of people, places, and things that don't resonate with you, even if it hurts to do that. And we know that the Queen of Swords in this deck, there's like that heart with all of the needles inside, and it represents, you know, really having to experience a lot of pain by saying goodbye, but you know that it's for the highest good. Okay, and now that the romance is returning full swing, a lot of you will know this by thinking about your counterpart more sensually. Okay, there's going to be a lot of sexual energy coming through. For those of you who have been celibate, okay, you've also gone through like dry spells where you weren't even self-pleasuring, but you'll know the energy is coming back again when you feel the urge to do that more often. You think about your counterpart. And a lot of people always ask, you know, in readings, okay, well, why do you focus on like the romance or the sexual aspect? And sexual energy is vital to our survival. If you guys think about the energy that rushes through your body or the feeling that you get when you experience orgasm, it's really powerful. And so I feel that when the divine masculine and the divine feminine connect, that sexual energy is more than just like, oh yeah, let me just rub one off, or, you know, I can't believe I just said that. Let me just, you know, relieve myself really quickly. It's more than just that, okay? The sexual connection or the energy between the two, if you guys choose not to self-pleasure, the rush of energy flowing through your body, it can help you create and manifest, okay? It puts you into such a high vibrational state of mind. And twins just find that that is the case with each other. A lot of times when divine masculines connect with you and they hear your voice, divine feminine, they can use that energy for like months to come. And it really kind of like pushes them into a place of just being more grounded and energized and clear in thought, so that way they can build very sturdy foundations. And for you, divine feminine, you might find that it just feels really, really euphoric. Again, it feels like, if a lot of you have heard of Kundalini energy, that's what I'm talking about. It's like the feeling of being aroused is not just feeling like horny. It's more of like it fills your whole body. Like you can feel your toes tingling. You can feel like your fingers tingling. Everything in you is just kind of vibrating. And the first thing you want to do is just like create something. You want to like you start thinking these amazing thoughts and you start getting ideas out of nowhere. And a lot of the times when the divine masculine is feeling this energy, they just want to like feel grounded in your arms. They feel more emotional. They feel like their hearts are open to wanting to spend time with the feminine intimately, like even if it's just holding her hands or looking into her eyes, or like this feeling for them is very like it's more than just being horny. Do you know what I mean? Like for them it's just, wow, that feels really, really good to like feel that intimacy is what I'm getting. And that's what many of your masculines don't experience in a lot of their karmic relationships. So I feel like both of you are just, you can't help it. It's like your hearts are what's pulling you guys together. So let's go ahead and get some messages. I'm going to tap into the masculine's energy and just see what messages they want to deliver to the feminine. And the only reason I'm tapping into the masculine's energy is because I feel that a lot of feminines have been feeling a disconnect from the masculine in the last little while. But now, again, you guys are feeling the sexual tension between you two. You might be thinking about your masculine a lot more than you were within the last few months. You know, it's almost like you can feel them moving towards you again, and somehow they're testing the waters by coming into your energy in the sensual way. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and get some messages from the masculine. Okay, so I have the Fool card coming through, and you know, again, they're being guided to take that leap, reach out, communicate with you guys, maybe after a really long time. Some of them might be nervous, but they're getting messages to trust themselves and to just be authentic. And I think in being authentic, many of them are just saying, oh God, just call her, or just send the message, or show up at her door. Like whatever the case is, they're being guided to make that move and try not to give in to fears. Do you know what I mean? I think like fearing the outcome before they take the action may bring them down. So masculines, if you're tuned in and you're listening and you want to reach out to the divine feminine, try to pay attention to the thoughts that come after that and really stop those thoughts in their tracks and, you know, charge ahead courageously, because I think that at this point, many of your divine feminines have shown you that it doesn't matter like what the energy might feel like on the outside or what the illusions may look like on the outside. A lot of thoughts may be influencing you that she's going to ignore your message. She's going to tell you she just wants to be friends. Some sort of like rejection is being anticipated, but you're being guided to just move forward. Okay, so I get this like big, like, just do it. Just do it. The help will be there from the romance angels. Just, they know that you're actually taking this risk and you're ready. And I feel that many masculines need to hear, like, you won't be let down, but you do have to take the action and have a sense of like the unknown in the air. And that's just part of wearing your heart on your sleeve. Okay. And that's the song Synchronicity I've been getting is Feel So Close by Calvin Harris, I think it is. Yeah, I feel so close to you right now. It's a force field. I've been getting that song Synchronicity a lot, so check out the lyrics, guys. But yeah, do it, masculine. The chariot card is coming through. And whenever the chariot and the Fool card show up together, you know, it's just something that you're going to have to do, and it might get you into hot water, or it might be the best freaking thing that you've done in a long time. And I think that many masculines they're like really longing to connect with their feminine again. And many of them might come towards you platonically because they don't want to do anything that's going to mess up you guys connecting, right? So they may not come towards you like really sexually, like they're used to, like really flirtatious. They might come in with like, hey, how are you? How have you been? How are your holidays shipping up? So how's work? How are your kids? Like they might come in a way where it's like they just want to talk. Like what I'm seeing in my head is like an even playing field. So they don't want to say anything that's going to trigger any type of like conflict at this time. Okay, so they might just come in asking you really weird questions to try to make small talk, but I feel like that small talk is like, it's going to mean a lot to them. Okay. The 8 of Wands, beautiful energy here coming through where he just wants to connect with you, divine feminine. He wants to please you. A lot of them are thinking very much about intimacy. Sorry, I'm hiding the cards, guys. It's just, yeah, I just want to be careful of community guidelines. But yeah, like, you know, there's a ladder in the background of this card as well. I guess I can cover it up here, but you know, the energy here, like he's actually feeding her this fruit. There's a ladder in the background. We notice the flame there. I feel like your love life with each other, it's like advancing to new levels. Okay, many of your masculines are wanting to be vulnerable with the Ace of Cups here, the Ace of Chalices. They just long to be close to you is what I'm getting. And even though it seems like they're making love here, what I'm more getting is that platonic energy, okay? Many of your masculines taking it slow, somewhat courting you, Divine Feminine. And that's why they may come in with like small talk. They just want to know what you've been up to, and a lot of them just want to hear you talk as well. So if they do end up making a phone call, they just want to ask you like some random question just to hear you talk. And they just want to soak up your voice. And you might be like blabbing away and they're just silent, like, yep. And all of that is very, very healing for a lot of them right now, okay? So let's go ahead and get another message here to support a lot of these cards that were coming out. And this is my own deck that I made, guys. I was so proud of myself, but it's highly inspired by my Divine Masculine. And so, yeah. A shout out to my sweet, sexy, handsome Divine Masculine for the inspiration. Okay, so lately I can't sleep. I just want to see you. Okay, so maybe this Divine Masculine is having not sleepless nights, but I feel that like getting to sleep is really difficult. So when they do get to sleep, it's like probably happening like 2-3 o'clock in the morning, and they might be spending at least 2 or 3 hours just rolling around in the bed. A lot of them might be feeling uneasy as well, like they're stretching, or they just feel really wired at night, even though they should be tired. They're feeling really wired, thinking about their Divine Feminine, or anticipating this move that they're going to make, or just somehow connecting with her again, right? Like this Eight of Wands card here. They're thinking about connecting with her again, and many of them might be, again, really finding a lot of energy to self-pleasure, and that's how they know that they're coming together with the feminine again. These are the types of masculines who like get a hard-on in the middle of the day, and they're like, oh God, like one thought of her and they're in trouble. Okay, and I think too, like with the Chariot card, you know, the Chariot, of course, we know is like rushing forward, but I feel that, you know, a lot of masculines have been pulled in so many different directions on this journey, and now with the Chariot energy, it's saying, you know, go ahead and take control, I guess, like take charge, take action, you know, and do it with confidence. You know, have a clear plan, and once you have a clear plan, go ahead and execute. You know, and it's going to take a lot of willpower from them, because again, many of them are still feeling remnants of the energy of like being rejected or being hurt or thinking the worst, you know, but they're being guided to just move forward. And I think too, masculines, like you'll have better sleep if you, again, make that plan, like take the action, feel confident about doing it. Because if you're thinking about reaching out to the Divine Feminine, you're feeling nervous, you're feeling uncertain, ground yourself and don't do it just yet. That's what the Chariot card is all about, right? Even though it's like charging ahead, make sure you have a clear plan in mind first, so that way you're not like just what's the word, winging it. Okay, I was gonna say whimming it, but no, it's like winging it. Don't just like wing it out of being nervous or impulsive. Really ground yourself, and when you ground yourself and you know that you're making a decision out of like connecting with your intuition, or actually taking time to tap into your feminine's energy. And I did share this message on Patreon, where many masculines are having to work extra hard to find time alone to really think and understand, okay, I know that it seems like I shouldn't reach out, but what do I feel? What do I feel right now? And that's what a lot of them are doing in order to like get the confidence to reach out, okay? And that's what will ease your sleep, is if you guys are feeling like nervous, it's probably because you're thinking the worst. So lay down in bed at night and practice affirmations, and practice seeing the outcome of you two connecting in a positive way, in a beautiful way, in a meaningful way, okay? Let's get another message from the masculine. Okay. Okay, so I know about twin flames. I think that we mentioned that too in the beginning of the reading, where with the Hierophant, right? Oh, no, wait, sorry. That was in the previous reading that I did. And I deleted it because I ended up losing my train of thought. But the Hierophant came out in the last reading that I tried to do. And it was like, I was talking about how the Hierophant is not necessarily like an energy that we embody, but it's more like knowledge coming to us. All kinds of like epiphanies and messages and dreams and things like that. A lot of masculines are learning about twin flames, but not in the way that you guys think. And the message that I got about this is dreams. Okay, so many of your masculines have had dreams where they're seeing you guys as like kids, or they're seeing you in their childhood home, or they're seeing you interact among family members who might have passed on already. Like these kinds of weird dreams they're having, and they're waking up, and that's like the Hierophant energy. It's like planting seeds is what I get. Planting seeds so that they can make clear decisions on their own without outside influences. It's like this is like spiritual messages coming directly to them in the dream state. And that's how they're finding out about twin flames. Okay, and this message could also be that some of them are afraid to go to sleep at night because they have no idea what's going to appear in their dreams. Okay, so you're the only thing that scares me, That's a playful message, I think, coming through from the masculines. And I think that this speaks volumes about that nervous energy that they're feeling. They want to reach out so badly, but it's like you're the only thing that can put them into this like fearful state of mind of like, crap, what's going to happen? This might be a masculine who's very decisive, but when it comes to you, feminine, it's like he loses himself a little bit. I ghosted because I felt intimidated. Yeah, because you're the only thing that scares him. Okay, and he's also saying sorry too at the end of this message. And I think that many of you need to kind of hear that apology maybe through this reading. Even though they will make their proper apology in person, I feel like through the energy of this reading, a lot of your divine masculines want you to know that if they have gone silent, or if they have ghosted, and many of you were just like, what the heck just happened? It might have been the way that you were carrying yourself in conversation, divine feminine, very sure of yourself, very confident, very well-spoken, articulate, and it kind of makes them freeze up because they feel the pressure of having to be the same, but they feel very vulnerable when it comes to being forward about how they feel about you. Okay, so that's why they might go sometimes, or they need time to really gather their energy to come at you again, because the thing with the divine masculines is that, like, I think on the outside world, they're used to having other people look at them and feel intimidated in their presence. And it's very rarely that they ever meet people who they're intimidated by. But when it comes to you, it is like that nervous schoolboy approaching his crush about to ask her to the prom kind of thing, and many of them have never experienced that, but with you, they do. Okay. So it's more than just the sex with you. Yeah, it's your whole energy, divine feminine. Like, I think at first, a lot of these divine masculines might have felt that heavy sexual energy, and they're so used to getting their way just with the opposite sex in general, that when they approached you, they thought it was going to be the same. And that energy of like that first initial encounter with you, maybe you guys shutting them down, like, excuse me? What? And it was like, wow, this divine feminine has expectations of how she should be treated. Like, I think that as attractive as your divine masculines were, many of the divine feminines, you guys hold this level of like pride within yourselves, where it's like you don't allow yourself to fall all over a man, no matter what, and it's this very like sensual energy about you that's very alluring. Okay, even though you might be on the inside feel like, oh wow, it's like you won't ever allow anyone to call your bluff, divine feminine, and you expect a man to court you, and that's just, I don't know, like, it's very attractive to your divine masculine because he has that impulse to want to do that, but I think that many of you need to hear that your masculines really want to do it in the right way with you. A lot of the times they're so afraid of messing up, and what was once this very confident, bold man becomes like a teenage boy in your presence. Okay. Your intuition is right. We do live together. Okay. So this is for those of you who maybe the separation that you guys experienced this year had a lot to do with dishonesty. Okay. A lot of you, and I've talked about this in previous readings as well, many of you walked away from your divine masculine because of third party situations, because a lot of you found out that maybe that they did have karmic partners, or maybe a lot of you found out that they didn't actually leave certain karmic relationships, even though they might have had you under the impression that they did divine feminine. I feel that many divine feminines in this case made a lot of life changes, and you had like a certain expectation of the way that you were connecting with your masculine. And because a lot of you have made major life changes, it doesn't matter if it's your twin flame or not. Like, you guys are ready to cut out any type of energy that just doesn't resonate with who you are anymore. And I think that many feminines have had to learn that when you guys continue to stay true to yourselves and stay authentic, it's like your divine masculine, their life like almost embodies the same type of lessons, you know? So a lot of you, again, might be in the midst of experiencing a lot of these karmic endings. If you guys haven't checked out my karmic playlist, please do. They're not as like toxic or triggering or anything like that. I really try my best just to be transparent with you guys, because that's really important to me on this channel. But you guys might find some useful information there in terms of this card coming up, and that this might be like a very specific message for a small number of you, where it's like, you know what, you're right, like we did end up having this big huge separation because there was like some level of like dishonesty or betrayal, and it really blew things up. But now again, with the energy resurfacing, a lot of your masculines are going through particular endings, and it's like the energy behind it is that they're creating these endings for good, or many of these karmic partners are creating these endings for good as well. I talked about that in the last reading, where the masculine stuck on you, divine feminine, and it's not like in a immature way. It's just this twin flame experience can't be avoided, and it's constantly giving them experiences where they're learning so much about themselves. They're learning so much about having to like just show up in their life, in their own life, is what I'm getting. Okay. I feel like I'm blabbing on now, but it's the last message on here is I think about you for most of my day. And that's why you're always in their search history, because they can't help themselves. A lot of the times too, they forget to delete you out of their search history, divine feminine, because they're on autopilot sometimes when they do it. It's like they don't even know why they're doing it, you know? They just miss you. They just long for you. They want to connect with you. And I feel like the universe is orchestrating experiences for this divine masculine where they're pushing the divine masculine and the divine feminine together, because that's all you two can think about. And when you have two people on two opposite sides of the world, or maybe in the same city, but around the corner from each other, it doesn't matter. When two people are equally manifesting each other, it has no choice but to come together and manifest. And that's why you two keep coming into each other's lives. A lot of you might be like, how do I know my masculine's thinking about me? It's like, you guys keep resurfacing in each other's lives because you guys are equally pulling each other together. How do I know they really feel this way about me? Well, they keep showing up and you are allowing them in, or vice versa. Okay? I'm going to end it off with one romance angel oracle card, and this will be just the best course of action for the masculines right now, okay? Especially to soothe that nervous energy. We want you to be getting sleep, divine masculine, soulmate. So you can trust it, okay? You can trust the energy that you're feeling. Yes, you may be feeling ostracized from everybody right now because you're psychically feeling you're feminine, you're having a lot of weird vivid dreams, you yourself, divine masculine, are feeling very psychic, but it's because you're having this like twin flame soulmate experience. Yes, this is your soulmate, or in this case, because I channel for twin flames, you know, I usually kind of take out the soulmate from that and put in twin flame. You know, yes, this is your twin flame. Yes, you are having a twin flame experience. Yes, the word twin flame is very triggering, and depending on where you get your information from and what you allow yourself to consume, it can seem like a very crazy place to be, or again, depending on who you align yourself with, it could seem like, man, like I am just where I need to be right now in order to help me learn more about what it is I'm going through. So yeah, I think that many masculines are certainly they're certainly learning a lot about how real this journey is. Okay. Many of the divine feminines came off pretty crazy, and I think for the first time ever, your divine masculines are seeing where it is you guys are coming from. And a lot of you can feel them coming back full force again, because they're the ones that are manifesting this encounter, you know, this physical encounter between you two, reaching out. They're the ones manifesting it this time. And a lot of you feminines know that it's coming full force towards you because, again, you're feeling the sexual energy coming through. Okay. A lot of you guys know it. You haven't felt it in a really long time. And all of a sudden, it's more than once throughout your day, you're feeling like self-pleasuring. Okay. I hope this reading finds you guys well. Take care. And I'll catch you in the next one. Okay. Bye, guys.